Good afternoon from Brussels. It is sunny. My heart feels happy. Ooh, Atticus, careful. My poor dog's walking around. He looks kind of like a pirate because he's got one eye squinted closed because he has allergies. Poor guy. I'm going to carry on with my concert theme of sharing songs from my one and only album called Life and Story and Song. Here is one that I wrote. It's actually one that I wrote during the month of music that inspired this month of concerts. My husband suggested that I try writing a song a day for 30 days. And so this is like a really short one. It's called I Can Only Be Myself. I used to know what I wanted to be. I thought I knew everything. I used to try to uncurl my hair, and I wanted to change my name. If I could start all over again, I wouldn't try to be like everyone else. Let them all stare. I'd try not to care, 'cause I'm not like everyone else. I'm just myself. I can only be myself. Yeah, I can only be myself. So that was just a little ditty, a little bit about me. I did, as a child of the 80s, desperately want to be able to crimp my hair. And yes, I did come with like sort of crimped hair attached, in the original Marca model, but it wasn't 80s crimped. And that was what I needed to be cool. And then everything else would clearly just flow into perfection. So what I would try to do was actually blow dry my hair straight so that I could crimp it. But I could only get the sides straight, so the back would just be like this kind of fluffy, curly mess. And then, inevitably, if it was at all humid or rainy, the semi-straightened part of my hair would just blow up into this big afro. And so I never attained crimped hair and never became cool until 8th grade when I found my mom's old Levi's, and then I started wearing those because I was just like, I cannot adhere to this strict regime of what you need to do to be cool. It's making me crazy, so F it. And then suddenly people were like, oh, I like your jeans. And I was like, oh, thanks. They're vintage. Anyway, I don't think I knew the word vintage, and I did not even know how to respond. I was probably just like, you're talking to me and you're cool. What do I do? So this next song is one that I wrote also in the 30 days, a month of music. And I mentioned it the other day because I was talking about wanting to play the song that I'd written with my sibling, and then I couldn't find the sheet music for it. I didn't realize that all I had to do was flip over one song to find the other. So this one's called The Way That They Do. And it's about our different ways of being in the world and how we can still be in relationship with one another, but that there can be some challenges. And so when I write music with people, I'll if I ask them share a story that has feeling or like a particular meaning for them. And I think when I was working on the song with my sibling, I was like, well, so like, tell me something that you're feeling. And they were like, well, I would say, well, I'm thinking, or I think, like that's their kind of approach. So that's kind of how the song started. Ellie will say, what are you feeling? And I will say, well, I think. I am drawn to people who live through their emotions. I'm fascinated. It's torture. And I don't think you even understand. I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. Oh, I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. Ellie and Nora begin all of their sentences with I feel. The people I love, they feel things with their whole body. Oh no, body. Let's try that again. The people I love, they feel things with their whole body. It's fascinating, but it's torture. And I don't think you even understand. I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. Oh, I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. I just sit there and I love them. Oh, I want to give these things to them. Yeah, I just sit there and I love them. But I don't think you even understand. I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. Oh, I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. Oh, I wish that I could feel things the way that they do. Hi, Sarah. We've got Brussels represented, 2 different corners of Brussels, and a third with the husky. Hey, Atticus. How's it going, baby? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi, sweetie? Oh, what a cutie. And he's got both of his eyes open. He's doing a kind of like pirate thing to get ready for Halloween with his sad little eye with allergies all closed shut. Poor baby. So I think I'm going to play some of these songs from A Month of Music. Some of them made it onto my album, Life in Story and Song, and they're just like kind of fun, short little ditties, about the life of Marga. I wrote one song. Where are you going, kiddo? Atticus. No, don't go upstairs. Come on back down. Really, Mom? But really? Okay. Come on down. I know you look so cute. Now you can see him with his little pirate eye. Arr. Come on down, baby. Yeah. So this first one will communicate to you clearly how thrilled I was to be in Massachusetts. I grew up in Massachusetts, and then when I graduated high school, I was like, I'm never coming back. See you later, suckers. And I drove west. First, I went to college in Maine so I could stay close by because my sibling was still in high school. I didn't want to go too far. And but then I was like, I'm really out of here. I went to Washington State. I drove to meet my manifest destiny, and then I lived in France, went back to Washington, and then I got a job in Alaska. And my job in Alaska was so bad that I was like, I will go anywhere, even back to Massachusetts. But then I did wind up writing this song because I don't like the summers in New England. put it into a little song. I also am not really like a big city person, so it's like a double whammy. Until I found Walden Pond, where I went swimming every day off I had. Oh, Walden, I miss you. It's hot and humid, and I can't sleep. What am I doing in Massachusetts? The existential question. Gritty city, my backyard is paved. What am I doing in Massachusetts? I miss the ocean, I miss the mountains, I miss my chickens, they're far away. Sometimes I feel like I want to run and hide. What am I doing in Massachusetts? Sometimes I feel like I want to run and hide. What am I doing in Massachusetts? What am I doing in Massachusetts? It's really the existential question, isn't it? What are we doing wherever we are in lockdown? What are you doing where you are in lockdown? I've been doing these concerts every day, which keeps me going. I have been going for long walks in the forest with my dog and doing social distancing with a couple of friends that we normally walk with. And I've been vacuuming a lot, doing laundry, trying to figure out what cleaning product is making my fingers like blow up so that my right pinky is twice the size of my left pinky. Like scientific and social experiments. What better things to do during a lockdown than that? And yeah, just really enjoying this like beautiful breeze that's coming in. I take screenshots regularly of my weather app to prove that it's been sunny for so long in Belgium, which just seemed like this incredible gift. It is supposed to rain on Saturday, but the sun will come out again. That reminds me of a song. So here's a song. When I was little, I used to, I thought that like monsters would come and cut my hair off while I was sleeping. So I had this very specific arrangement that I would create on my bed. I would like get under the covers, and then I would pull the covers like all the way up to like just under my nose so I could breathe, which doesn't totally make sense because like my hair's up here. But anyway, I would put stuffed animals like all around me to create this sort of like bulwark, to protect me. And so I had stuffed animals. I had this like German Shepherd stuffed animal that was pretty long, so he like went under my feet. I would put stuffed animals in the crack between the bed and the wall so that monsters couldn't like crawl up. I put stuffed animals on my left side, tucked under the covers, because then it's just a free fall from there. We really needed to make sure that they weren't going to fall down. And then I would like take another blanket and stuffed animals and put them around my hair so that it was really protected. Apparently I was like vain at a young age and really wanted to protect my hair. But also like, it's, if you want to be cool when you're a kid, and I definitely did, I gave up around I don't know. I'm not sure if I gave up around the age of 13, but I stopped trying quite as hard. And then somewhere in my 20s or 30s realized like, yeah, it's just not going to happen. And that's okay. But that time I wanted to be cool, and being cool just involved having hair on my head, apparently, even if I couldn't crimp it. I hadn't learned about crimping yet. So anyway, this song is called Monsters. Monsters would cut off my hair when I was sleeping. I tucked myself in under the covers, kept my stuffed animals close to me. Monsters never cut my hair. No, monsters never cut my hair. Even though I was afraid it would all be gone by morning, monsters never cut my hair. No, monsters never cut my hair. Now my husband cuts my hair. What does it mean? Let's see. Here is a very short song that I wrote about my walk home from work when I was living in Lowell. That's when I did this month of music, which became part of my research on the concept of self-sustainability, because I was finding that writing these little songs, it was like this really positive way to shift my balance, my system out of a state of imbalance when something was bothering me to a state of balance, or kind of like, so I could kind of be on the sustainable, balanced path of life in a nutshell. So this one is called Strange City. On my way home from work today, I watched a man take his tire for a walk in a stroller. I live in a strange city. I looked at him and then again, I wasn't sure if there was a baby in the stroller. I live in a strange city. Oh, I live in a strange city, a strange city. There it is, the most profound song of all of my life in lockdown concerts. Life down, life down. Sounds like I'm talking to a husky. Let's see. This one's called Home. And so at this time, this was part of 4 years of long distance with my sweetie, who's now my husband. So don't worry, there's a happy ending. He is now the monster that cuts my hair. I wrote a lot of songs during this month of music about basically missing my sweetie. So this one's called Home. When you are beside me, I don't feel as lonely. I don't mind the city. I can sleep at night. We make breakfast in the morning, dinner in the evening. With you, I feel happy. When you are beside me, alone is where I am, but I'm home when I'm with you. Someone I can talk to. I feel less alone when I'm with you. When you are beside me, when you are beside me. When you are beside me, I feel less alone when I'm with you. Of course, the irony now is that in Brussels, all of us have allergies. My dog's eyes sealed shut. My cat snores. I have to take like an allergy pill every day or I can't breathe. And my husband snores. What are you going to do? The good old days, right? It's a little bit scary when you start thinking that way. There's always good stuff. So here's a little blues tune that I called Short Hair Blues. And basically, this idea that like, I don't know if you've experienced this, but whatever state I'm in, I would like it to be different. So when my hair is really long, I'm like, oh my God, it's so annoying. My hair's so annoying. It's so long. It's so big. Ugh. I just want short hair. Look at those women with beautiful short hair. And if only it could be just like perfectly shaped and na. And then I cut it and instantly like start noticing all the beautiful women with long hair. But I have curly hair. So it takes like, it's kind of like dog years. Like if you have straight hair, your hair, you can cut it short and within like 2 months, it's super long. But it takes me like, 20 years to grow it long again. I might be exaggerating. So this is called the Short Hair Blues. When I was a small child, my mama kept my hair short. When I was a small child, my mama kept my hair short. It didn't matter if I looked like a boy or a girl. When my hair is short, I feel the curve of my neck. Yeah, when my hair is short, I feel the curve of my neck. But when it starts to grow out, it's just a big frizzy mess. Now I'm a long-haired woman, weighing down to my toes. Oh, I'm a long-haired woman, weighing down to my toes. Where my hair will end up, ain't nobody knows. Short and sweet, kind of like short hair. Yeah, so the other problem with cutting my hair short is that it doesn't really grow down as it grows longer because it takes a while for gravity to act upon it. It's a really like stubborn buoyancy that I have. It goes kind of like, so I start like nice short and shaped and it's like perfectly sculpted by, the hairdresser. I mean, I've had like, I think two professional hairdressers who knew what to do with curly hair. And I was quite pleased for, like a few days. And then it starts going like this. And if you're in a place where it's really humid, it especially goes like that. And then after a while, gravity starts to like take it down. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I love your hair too. I think that's why we're like such good friends. We both have like big, crazy curly hair. And yeah, when I volunteer at the refugee center, sometimes people ask if we're like related, my co-volunteer and I think it's because we both have these like kind of horn rim glasses and like wild hair. One of my friends when I was living in Alaska was like, what is it about like big hair and big personality? I don't know, but I've got both. Jazz hands. So I'm going to play some more tunes from my month of music. This was one that I wrote with a friend of mine who was kind of dating this guy, but she couldn't really figure out if he like really liked her or not. And she was just really frustrated. She wanted him to like basically, what is it? Get off the pot or do something that involves your hordes of TP that you've collected. They are just so hard to figure out. It's so stressful, I'm impatient, I am open. Are we on the same page or not? Am I wasting all my time trying to figure you out? You know that I like you. Do you like me too? Pick a side. Don't leave me in limbo. Don't make me cry. Pick a side. Don't leave me in limbo. Don't make me cry. Pick a side. All right, here's one that I wrote for my cat, Arwen. Let's see. It's supposed to be some kind of finger picking thing, but let's see. My gray cat Arwen was found at a gas station when she was a baby. I used to tuck her in my sweatshirt and sleep. She'd sleep in the crook of my elbow. She was tiny for a long time, but she loves to eat. The vet says she should lose some weight, but I like to give her a treat. In the evening. It's a really short one. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I am kind of like I'm a Jewish mother without any human children to feed. So like all of these, my husband says I'm like a needy animal magnet. So I end up with all these animals, and usually like from like rescue, humane society, shelter, and they start off like really scrawny, and then they become what we would call not metric in this house, but supersized, if you will, since we come from the United States. And actually, Arwen was really tiny until she went to stay with my sweetie for a while when I was first living in Alaska, and I just left my husband at the time, and I had 4 cats and 2 dogs, and it was not sustainable. So Arwen went to stay with my sweetie, and where he free fed his cat, and she was like, "Sweet, I can eat whatever I want." And then like my little cat got a lot bigger. It was kind of shocking the first time I saw her. But whatever, she's fat and happy. I mean, one of the vets I went to see was like, "Oh, she needs to lose weight. Her knees are so weak." And I felt like just, this like shame. I was like, I'm a horrible parent. And then I got home and I was like, what? It's not like she's about to run a marathon. Like she basically sleeps most of the time. So anyway, when she was little, she would like steal sandwiches off of your plate. Like she was like this big, but she would make off with a sandwich that was like 3 times her size. Hi, Mom. So nice to see you. Hi, Dad. I'm sorry it's rainy where you are. You can enjoy some of the virtual sunshine. Look at that. Shining in. The skylights. It's nice. The birds are singing. Oh my gosh, it's already almost 3:30. So I'm going to sing one more song, and this one is called Biological Clock. I have a song that I wrote called Nowhere is Home that I've played during these concerts, where I, talk about kind of this time in my life where I was really kind of in this limbo because I was trying to leave my really horrible job in Alaska. Well, basically my horrible boss, my abusive bosses. So, and when you work for the government, you have several, like a whole chain of abusive command. It's really awesome. sarcasm inserted there. So I was trying to find a job anywhere. I was temporarily in Arizona, and I hadn't yet, been offered a job in Massachusetts. So it was really this like, really like, what am I doing? Nowhere is home. I'm like totally in this state of groundlessness. And I also, my biological clock was like, this is a good time to have a baby, 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 which, would kind of come in waves. And so when I was doing this month of music, I wrote this song called Biological Clock. I wish that my hormones would leave me alone. Tired of this constant torture. I don't want a baby, I just want to play my ukulele, but my hormones won't leave me alone. I wish that people would stop asking me, do you wanna have kids? To be ready for a baby, I gotta put down my ukulele, and my hormones won't leave me alone. So leave me alone, hormones. Just let me live. Biological clock keeps ticking, but I don't want to give in. Yeah, leave me alone, hormones. Just let me live. Biological clock keeps ticking, but I don't want to give in. No, I'm not ready to give in. Part of the reason I wound up with 4 cats and 2 dogs and 24 chickens, I sung about my chickens in an earlier song in this concert, the ones that I had to find homes for because it was way too complicated to try to bring them to Alaska. I did try to bring them to Alaska with me, but yeah, it was just not going to happen. But yeah, I think it's like every time my biological clock would fire up, I would just wind up like adopting another animal. Which, it was like more sustainable than human children, and slightly less expensive, but still, yeah, if you have to move like to another planet or, Alaska, as was my case, it got a little bit tricky. Anyway, that's a little bit about me through song and explanation of songs. It's been so nice to spend this half an hour with you, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I hope that wherever you are, you're staying safe and as sane as possible and practicing self-care. Maybe you want to write a story that you could share with me that we could write a song from. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Namaste, friends. Ciao for now.